Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Kauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Shunyavadi Paskatya Desatarine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Brahmadakacharya Asadhara Satushi Shiman His Divine Grace Shalisi Bhaktivedanta Swaraj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Haribo Slava Zabrani Bhaktam Slava Shri Guru Shri Granga Oma Gana Timanandasya Gananjara Salakaya Chaksur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shigaro Shiyuta Padakamalam Shigaram Vaishnavam Sha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Prajana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shiva Sakan Vitam Scha Hey Krishna Karna Sindho Dinabando Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanshina Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prishuvanu Sudha Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Dhruvyascha Kripa Sindhuvyevacha Patidanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Pranitananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 3, Karma Yoga, text number 9. Jagnata Kamano Nyatra Lokoyam Karma Bandhana Terartam Karma Konteya Mukta Sangha Samachara Jagnatat Kamano Yatra Lokayam Karma Bandhana Terartam Karma Konteya Mukta Sangha Samachara Karma Yatra Terartam Karma Konteya Mukta Sangha Samachara Jagnatat Kamano Nyatra Lokoyam Karma Bandhana Terartam Karma Konteya Mukta Sangha Samachara. Ladies, Jagnatat Karmano Nyatra Lokaya Karma Bandhana Terartam Karma Konteya Mukta Sangha Samachara Jagnatat Karmano Nyatra Lokayam Karma Bandhana Terartam Karma Konteya Mukta Sangha Samachara Yagna Arthat done only for the sake of Yagya or Vishnu. Karmana then work. Anyatra otherwise. Loka world. Ayam this. Karma bandhana bondage by work. Tat of him. Artam for the sake. Karma work. Kunteya O son of Kunti. Mukta Sangha liberated from association. Samachara do perfectly. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and this way you'll always remain free from bondage. Please repeat. Done as a sacrifice for Vishnu. You seem very enthusiastic about that. Let's try it again. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction. In this way, you'll always remain free from bondage. Purport. Since one has to work even for the simple maintenance of the body, the prescribed duties for a particular social position and quality are so made that that purpose can be fulfilled. Yaga means Lord Vishnu, or sacrificial performances. All sacrificial performances are also meant for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu. The Vedas enjoin, Yagya vai Vishnu. In other words, the same purpose is served whether one performs prescribed yagyas or directly serves Lord Vishnu. Krishna consciousness is therefore performance of yagya as is prescribed in this verse. The Varnashram institution also aims at satisfying Lord Vishnu. Varnashrama acharvataha purushena parak puman. Vishnur Aradhyate, Vishnu Purana 3.8.8. Therefore, one has to work for the satisfaction of Vishnu. Any other work done in this material world will be the cause of bondage. For both good and evil work have their reactions, and any reaction binds the performer. Therefore, one has to work in Krishna consciousness to satisfy Krishna or Vishnu. However, performing such activities, one is in a liberated stage. This is the great art of doing work, and the beginning of this process requires very expert guidance. One should therefore act very diligently under the expert guidance of a devotee of Lord Krishna, or under the direct instruction of Lord Krishna himself, under whom Arjuna had the opportunity to work. Nothing should be performed for sense gratification, but everything should be done for the satisfaction of Krishna. This practice will not only save one from the reaction of work, but also gradually elevate one to the transcendental loving service to the Lord, which alone can raise one to the kingdom of God. Yagnatat kamayon yatra loko yam karma bandhanai tarartamapi konteya mukta sangha samachara. Work done as a satisfaction for Vishnu, work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction. This way, you'll always remain free from bondage. Bhagavad Gita is, as Prabhupada mentions, or as Krishna mentions in the Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavad Gita is meant for those who are friends and devotees of Krishna. Otherwise, people will not take this very seriously. In fact, most people don't take it very seriously because they're neither friends of Krishna nor are they devotees of Krishna. But they have some conception of life other than what Krishna explains. So we may not fully understand Krishna consciousness. We may not see Krishna directly with our eyes, or understand, or completely realize the fact that we're eternal spiritual souls. But at least we've developed enough intelligence to understand that's true. We may not realize it, but at least we can understand it with our intelligence that it's true, and it's not a question that it's not true. It's a question of our not being able to realize it at the present time, due to our being influenced by what's called illusion, or Maya. As Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Dumena vriyate vanir yatardo shomalena cha yato benavrita garbhas tata tenenam avritam. That as fire is covered by smoke, as the embryo is covered by the womb, or the mirror is covered by dust, so the living entity is covered by different degrees of lust. So there's a problem with acting under the influence of the senses. Now, we have to serve the senses to some degree, but Krishna advises us that such service of the senses should also be done in Krishna consciousness. For instance, we eat prasadam. There's no rule that says we can't remember Krishna when we're eating prasadam. Matter of fact, we're supposed to remember Krishna when we're eating prasadam. Similarly, other things like even if we go to sleep, we're allowed to dream about Krishna. It's not that Krishna comes into our dream and we say that this is something, sorry Krishna, I'm asleep, I'm in ignorance, you shouldn't come. Similarly, householders have children to raise them in Krishna consciousness, and Arjuna and Hanuman defended Dharma. So they fought. So things can be done, anything can be done. It can also be done in Krishna consciousness. Now we don't do certain things because Krishna doesn't want us to do them, so we don't do them. And if we do them, and then we say we offer them to Krishna, Krishna won't accept. Unless we're trying to not only do things for Krishna, but we're trying to develop the mood of sacrifice. The mood of sacrifice is not throwing things into a fire. It's the mood of love, that we're giving voluntarily, we're doing something to please Krishna. We actually want him to be pleased with what we're doing. Now the ingredient is that we have to know what Krishna wants us to do, and we should try to do it as nicely as possible to please him. And if we do that, and we spontaneously remember, Krishna appears spontaneously within our memory, that's called Krishna consciousness. And associating with Krishna, along with his devotees, in the process of devotional service, means that the illusory energy will not affect us. That although we may not be fully realized, but still, if we're in Krishna consciousness, then our senses will not misdirect us. Our minds will not misdirect us. If we're remembering Krishna, to whatever extent we're absorbed in remembering Krishna, to that extent, we're not going to remember, Maya will not affect us. And to the extent that we forget Krishna, then Maya is always there to invite herself into our memory, and if we're not determined enough, we may actually think, well, thank you, Maya. I was looking forward to seeing you again. It's been a while, but anyhow, welcome back. And Maya won't disappoint us. She'll do what she always does. She'll lure us, then she'll slap us. So, the question is, we have a choice in the human form of life. Either we're going to use our intelligence and try to understand our relation with Krishna, at least have some part of our lives which is dedicated to Krishna. While we're working in the material world just to maintain ourselves, there's a tendency to forget Krishna. So that's normal, because the influence of association, the influence of our past conditioning, will make it practically impossible to always remember Krishna. But there has to be some part of our lives which is dedicated to remembering Krishna, that's all. And if it's a little bit here, it says in the beginning of devotional service, there's some influence of Krishna consciousness in our lives, but we're surrounded by our material conception of life, which is more or less in full force. But still, that little influence of Krishna consciousness in our lives, that little time where we're actually doing things as a sacrifice for Krishna, will actually gradually increase, because whatever we do for Krishna is permanent. Anything else we do in the material world is only temporary. We may make so much money, we may get so much fame or infamy, whatever, but it's only temporary. At the end of this body, whatever we've gained financially, whatever we've gained as a reputation, whatever we gained in relationships, it'll all be lost. Can anyone remember what the name of their mother was in our last lifetime? Can you remember the name of your mother in your last lifetime? How could you forget? It was your mother. How is that possible? You can forget the name of your mother. Hopefully we can remember the name of our mother in this lifetime. But we can't remember we can't even remember who our brothers and sisters. We don't even know where we were living in our last lifetime. We don't even know what our name was in our last lifetime. So when we leave this lifetime, we're going to forget everything. We can't take anything. We're going to forget everything about this last lifetime, about this lifetime. But the only thing we're going to have to take with us is whatever devotional service we rendered. Because in our next lifetime, if we don't go back to the spiritual world, that whatever we've done in this lifetime, we have a permanent asset. We start in our next lifetime, when we begin devotional service again, we start where we left off until we add to our spiritual bank account until it becomes full, and then we become eligible to go back to the spiritual world. So this is the only thing we can do which actually has a permanent value, permanent gain for ourselves. So this sadhana bhakti that we have, chanting rounds, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, worshiping the deities, serving the devotees, trying to make the atmosphere spiritual, that this is the greatest asset. This is the only way of solving our real problems. Building buildings, getting so-called material so-called education, acquiring wealth. This doesn't really solve the problems of life, namely old age, disease, death, and having to take birth again somewhere where we don't even know where we're going next lifetime. We don't buy our ticket for our next lifetime. Right before you leave, the Yamadutas come and say, there's a ticket on sale to Vishnu Loka, half price. Would you like to buy one? And you check your wallet and say, oh, I don't have any money. Sorry. No asset. Well, we have a one-way ticket to Yamaloka. I think we're going to take you there for free. You get a free ride there. No, we should value the opportunity we have because it's so valuable. And although we may be deviated at times from the path of Krishna consciousness, we should understand by mercy of the devotees, by the mercy of our acharyas, we have always the opportunity to come back and add a little bit more to our spiritual bank account. That way it's all auspicious. And this is called yajna. And one day we'll find out how wonderful Krishna is, how wonderful everything about Krishna is, including to his devotional service, and how kind Krishna is to the conditioned souls to give them such an opportunity, especially in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that wherever we are, whatever we're doing, we can chant Hare Krishna and make spiritual progress that way. So Krishna is very kind. He wants us to go to him. He's offering us all sorts of opportunities to do so. I mean, what employer gives you an opportunity, you're going to make something, anything, if you just chant his name? If you get hired by, say, a construction company, they expect you to do something substantial in order to get paid. You don't just chant the name of the head of the construction company and get paid. But here, we have to chant the name of the spiritual world, Krishna, and we get paid for it in eternal bliss and knowledge, which is quite a good payment, just for chanting Hare Krishna. Eternal bliss and knowledge. Who else is paying that? And it's all free. Anyhow, I'll stop there. Thank you. Any questions or comments? Yes.
Hare Krishna. How can we understand this affirmation that whatever spiritual progress we make, we start from there? Is it like if we get to Nishta platform, then somehow next life we get to...
Sometime in next lifetime, when you take up the process again, you may have to clear away some of the rust that you acquired in that lifetime. In any case, when you actually start seriously taking up the process, you start from where you left off. Otherwise, why are some devotees more serious than others about the process? They didn't have some piety from their last lifetime. First initiation, some people appeared out of nowhere and they got initiated, 26nd Avenue. And others got initiated and they're still practicing Krishna consciousness. So that means that they past lifetime. Some people got a little devotional credit and some others had a bigger devotional credit. Allow them to continuously act in Krishna consciousness in this lifetime. Anything else? Khala. Grantaraj Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanande.